Whether it's a call to action or action calling you, if Action Andretti is on the phone, he's going to be coming for you. My oh my, what a crowd reaction that was. What a crowd, like the glory days of World Class Championship Wrestling, back when Kerry Von Erich had both feet on the ground. Nevertheless, I'm John Renton with my review of AEW Dynamite. Winter is coming. Lol. Ha. Coming all over. Look at winter just coming and coming and coming. Lol. Anyway, from Garland, Texas. So, there you go. That was certainly a hell of a goddamn hot crowd, and a show that, while not perfect, really did bring the energy, brought the noise, brought the funk, all that jazz, and boy, hadn't heard of Action Andretti until now. And man, I can't get enough of this guy. When is he going to be on the program again? They found the goddamn diamond. Not the diamond in the rough, they found the goddamn diamond. That was a star-making performance. Now, that being said, Excalibur, Taz, and Tony Schiavone on commentary. By the way, I should say, the reason that you're getting this review hours earlier than normal is because I was able to watch this live this week. Next week, it mostly goes back to normal. That review will be up probably Thursday morning, and then we'll see, because it's going to be a weird, 5 to 6 weeks of work. So maybe times I'll watch it live, maybe times I'll be watching it way on delay. So anyway, carry on my wayward son. There will be peace when you are done, as the ratings continue to fall as the Elite show up. So yes, it's the Elite with Nakazawa and Cutler, and Don Callis joins commentary, keeping him away from the women's locker room, so that's a good thing. So yeah, the Elite, the Books, the Insufferbucks, and Kenny Omega taking on Death Triangle, Pac, Phoenix, and Penta with Alex. Referee Rick Knox, so you know that nobody's going to bother to follow the rules, because I don't even think that Rick Knox knows how to spell rules. He sure doesn't know how to enforce them. Best of 7 series match forward for the Trios Championship, and why bother? Why bother? I know there are some people who like this, that's fine. This was really the only thing that I didn't like on the show, so at least they got it out of the way early. I just hope that the ratings are able to recover, because I know the ratings aren't everything, but I'm sorry. The Elite, Death Triangle I at least enjoy. I at least enjoy watching them when they compete against people that are actual wrestlers. And I know there are people that like the Elite. That's fine. I don't. And I've praised them in the past, but they do, 95% of the time, they do the same goddamn shit. Matt Jackson may have hurt his ankle. Then he hobbles back. Then he comes out later. Was it Matt Jackson or Nick Jackson? One of the Jacksons. I don't care. The Jackson 5 could have walked out there and it wouldn't have made this match any better. Oh, by the way, the hammer gets used and then they tap him out. Yeah, a bunch of other shit happened, but it doesn't matter. It's the same damn thing. And then Omega cuts a promo. He says, hey, how about this? How about we make the hammer and weapons all legal? Why bother having any rules at all? You always have Rick Knox as your referee. How is that any different than a match with no DQ? Because Rick Knox doesn't know how to enforce the rules. So anyway, he says, oh, this wasn't in the format. I wasn't supposed to cut this promo. We're digging. We're being funny and meta. You know, Omega and Ospreay in the Dome actually might be kind of good, but this Best of 7 series, no, it's just not for me. That being said, the show only went up from here. Now, I will say the crowd did react favorably to this, and that's great. I'm glad they enjoyed it. MJF cut the promo, how he's the star, he's the champ. Will, Ricky Starks, with the pressure on him, will the pebble become a diamond, or will he just crumble into dust? Great goddamn promo. I can't, encapsulate MJF's promo, so I'm not even going to try. This was really good. It's a pre-tip. It's great shit, because MJF is just on a whole nother level. And not just in this company, but in wrestling in general. The Acclaimed started a rap, well, Caster does. We brought the belts back like Brittany Griner, getting booed like Elon Musk. And then suddenly that Elon Musk line must have angered Jeff Jarrett and Team TNA, because they came out and look, that's what they are. And I know that Giant Silva Jr. wasn't part of that, but this just screams bad TNA. And the fact that Jeff Jarrett hit a guitar shot on Caster, so okay, I take it back. This actually kind of brought it back down to earth, because this stuff with Jarrett just isn't good. I don't mind him being part of the company. Backstage, he will be fine. And yes, they need experienced workers. But the fact that, and by the way, Billy Gunn was in this, the fact that Jeff Jarrett was not the oldest person in this segment is a travesty. It's somehow a crime against wrestling. Again, I'm going to get to the positive stuff, but they had to wade through some stuff. So anyway, Shivani is with the jassholes there. Well, the women aren't there, because they're on later. Jericho calls the swing barbaric. A member of the Irvine family calling it action barbaric. I know a member of the Irvine family that participated in something barbaric, 1/6/2021. Gee, I wonder if he'll address that. No, he won't, because Jericho's a coward, just like everybody that participated in trying to overturn the legal election. You're all cowards, you're all idiots, you all deserve to rot, for all I care. But Jericho is just screaming and screaming, and he's going to have a tune-up match before he faces off against Claudio again. Garcia now has to shadow Sammy because Sammy is his elder. I know Sammy's a little bit older than Garcia, but I didn't think it was that much. But whatever, it's supposed to anger Garcia to the point that he realizes he made a mistake. Please, Danielson, take me back. And Hager likes his hat. He could put a cyanide pill in that hat and eat it for all I care. Jungle Boy, whoa, took on Brian Cage in a match that mostly worked. Look, Brian Cage is a freakish athlete and can do some impressive stuff for a guy that size. He's also the poster child for why you don't do that much HGH. I mean, I know he's not the only one. I get it. But look at him in like 2011, 2012, maybe even 2013. Look at him now. Come on. Come on. Anyway, Cage at times can do some stuff. Of course, they had to have distractions by Prince hey. And Jungle Boy, he was favoring his neck. Cage beat him down, tossed him around, everything. There were some cool spots. There were some messy spots because it's a Brian Cage match. But Jungle Boy manages to win with a roll-up. Because, of course, he does. Why not? Why wouldn't you win with a roll-up? It's not the only match that ended via a roll-up. Easy for me to say, but whatever. Jungle Boy says, hey, I beat Luchasaurus. I beat other people. Let me call up Big Billy Morrissey. Big Billy Willie, as it were. William Ass Morrissey. God, you know, the former Big Cass. It's not any good. He's not. He looks fine, and that's it. Stokely, by the way, insults Jungle Boy, saying he wants to say something in his face. Stokely could get on a 10-foot ladder and not be able to look Jungle Boy in the eye and yell in his face, but I digress. Lee Moriarty and Big Billy Willie show up and beat him down, and then suddenly we hear the music of Hook. I'm tired. Hook! Sorry. I'm tired. Hook getting one of the biggest pops of the night. Good grief. They were just happy, like, holy shit, we have another guy with weird hair. No, actually, they like Hook. So anyway, I think they're going to bond over their respective weird hairstyles. Good for those crazy kids. Seriously, Hook, hey, Jungle Hook. Oh. Who's going to be Baloo? Who's going to be the other characters in the Jungle Book? Names are escaping me right now. For whatever reason, even though I watched the Jungle Boy a bunch when I had to go to church. Yes, actually, when I was a kid, I was forced to go to church. That was fun. Anyway, this was cool. It was nice to see Hook come out. So anyway, Moxley is backstage with Claudio and Yuta. Claudio is the current Ring of Honor champion, or the new Ring of Honor World Champion, and Wheeler Yuta is the Ring of Honor Pure Champion, again. And Moxley says, oh, Sammy, you want to challenge me? Apparently Sammy said that, but I didn't bother paying attention because I was too busy wondering if I could fillet my skin and somehow be in less pain than listening to the Jericho Appreciation Society be on my television. So Moxley will face Sammy on Friday, apparently. I assume they're taping Rampage. I think they are. I think they are taping Rampage. Only because I know what they're doing. January 4th, I'm going to actually be, barring anything, crazy, I'm going to be going to the January 4th Dynamite in Seattle. And Rampage will actually be live that week because they're recording Rampage and Battle of the Belts in Portland. Which I'm not going to be going to because if you don't know much about geography and for Washington State, know this. Portland is not in Washington State. Portland is in Oregon. That's your geography lesson for the day, kids. But Seattle is roughly, 40 miles from me. But God forbid it could take up to 90 minutes to get in and out of that with a big event like this. I'm excited because I get to go with a very good friend of mine, the very, very cool Roxy. But Portland is 4 hours away. It's also winter. So even if the weather's fine, and it looks like it maybe, knock on wood, ow, I ain't going to Portland. But that being said, Rampage will be live that week. Don't know why I went off on that tangent. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about Swerve saying that he's done with Lee. I don't have friends in this industry. I have affiliates. I love Swerve. Swerve is great. Seriously, I like Swerve. He's a nice guy. Great representation of Washington State. Then House of Black make their entrance with the Julia Taker, Stevie Nicks Hart, as it could be. I mean, I don't really... Stevie Hart will be her name now. Because she kind of looks like Stevie Nicks. More spooky shit. Look, the lighting cues and the fact that it takes them about 8 years to get the positioning. Look, I know it's hard to see in the dark. I get it. Figure out different ways to do this stuff because it's still just the same spooky stuff. But then they took on the Factory and... how was it? They just beat... Well, Julia did a miss spot. They beat the shit out of everybody. Kill QT, kill QT. Good Lord, these fans are bloodthirsty. To be fair, QT not being on television in a wrestling capacity may not be the worst thing. Even though he's not bad, and even though he trains people, the Factory's pretty dog shit. This was a squash. I mean, the House of Black won quickly. Very, very quickly. Kill QT, kill QT. Woo! Anyway, pre-tape on Jamie Hayter and Hikaru Shida. I thought the match was taking place this week. Apparently it's taking place next week. I guess it got bumped. I'm not sure. But Hayter hits hard. Oh, how I wish. Anyway, Shida says she will take the championship from her. You know what? Give him 15 minutes. Give him 15 minutes. This should be good stuff. This should be one of the marquee matches. I'm not saying it should be the main event. Put it at the top of the 9 o'clock hour. There's some good potential here. Don't have so much interference. Maybe have a couple distractions, but have it be mostly straight up. Let's see what happens. Anyway, Sky Blue then interrupts Britt Baker's promo and challenges her to a match on Rampage. Let's hear it for the Judas. And here we go, a match that I didn't think was going to be the highlight of the night, and turned out to actually be one of the best things that AEW has done all year. It's Chris Jericho. Let's hear it for the Judas, the Jericho insurrection supporter that he is, Mr. Irvine himself, taking on who I thought was Lash LaRue's kid. It actually was a guy named Action Andretti that I have never heard of. I've never heard of him. And obviously he has a name. He's been wrestling for a few years. Wrestling on the indies. Maybe he appeared on Dark and Dark Elevation. I don't have any idea. And we're like, okay, what is this? Like, because he's beating him down. And Action's getting a few shots in. And he's getting a few more shots in. And this is supposed to be the tune-up match. And people are like, see, this is what Chris Jericho, can do. Like, he can put people over. If he'd done stuff like this, maybe not to this extent, but if he had worked with younger people and actually done something to, be beneficial to them more often, we might actually appreciate his AEW run. By we, I mean me. This is something everybody should go out of their way to see. Let's go Jobber chance, because they actually didn't know. It's hard to say let's go Action, let's go Andretti. It would have been hard to say that. But this went through a break, and I'm like, this went through a break. What the hell is going on? And right before that, a code breaker for 2. He kicks out. Okay. This crowd was into this. They really were into this. I mean, they were into this, I think, more than the main event. They were blown up after this. This was great. This was great stuff. I don't know what's going to happen with Action Andretti in the future, but goddamn, they just went in. There was a huge dive to a pop. I mean, they exploded for everything this guy was doing. And he did there was a spot where it kind of reminded me of what 1-2-3 Kid X-Pac Sean Waltman did when he wrestled Bret Hart on that July 11th, 1994 edition of Raw. One of my favorite TV matches ever. Because it's great, because it's Bret. Because, of course, I'm going to love it. But they did the spot where it looks like he's going to catch him in a lion tamer. And then he catches him in a roll-up 1-2. Okay, it's like he's going to get the Judas. He's going to hit the Judas effect. He's going to do it, but it's going to make this guy look like a world beater. And suddenly, boom, standing shooting star press. 1, 2, 3. What? But you got to drop the phone here. What? Call somebody. Call somebody, ladies and gentlemen. Action Andretti gets the victory. And I wrote down right after this, Action Andretti is all elite? Okay, more of this guy, more. I'm not saying put him on TV or put him on Dynamite and Rampage every single week, but feature this guy. Give us more of this guy's backstory. Tell us about him. Give me more. I'm intrigued. Hell, good job. Good goddamn job. All credit to this guy for showing up, and a little credit to Chris Jericho, even though he's a weirdo and doesn't really know what the hell he's doing besides serving his own purpose. You know what? This worked. This is one of the few beneficial things that Chris Jericho's done for AEW in the past 3 years, or at least past 2. Great shit. Bravo, Action Andretti. Anyway, Ricky Stark says that he will give a star-making performance. Stark-making performance. Stark raving mad. FTR went the guns in the worst way. Ha. And then, oh no, Chris Jericho's storming backstage, and Irvine is storming and looking ready to riot. Okay, one day I'll stop those jokes. No, I won't. Get the Capitol Police. Sammy joins Cotton. Well, Sammy just sits there at on commentary, but doesn't say anything. Destination Unknown, Ruby Soho, and Ty Malakunte. They brawl for a while. Ty runs Ruby's head and face and whatever into various things, which sounded a lot less dirty in my head. But then they have a match where it wasn't horrible for a Ty Mello match. Ruby managed to get the victory with no future. That was big. People gave a big pop, and then Anna shows up and fists her from behind. I think Tay Redacted suddenly, was thinking of a tweet that he put out about Anna at one point, and if Tay Redacted ever watches this, he's probably going to be pissed. But anyway, Tay's a good guy. Yeah, he's a good guy. But anyway, okay, so we're going to get Ruby versus Anna at some point. Give Ruby a tag partner. Hey, get her one of the people from the Rice Club. Oh, that's right. One is succeeding in WWE, and the other is a Race War supporter. That being said, Ruby gained the victory. Good stuff. Marvez then tries to talk to Hangman about his health. Hangman says he could remember some things, but he couldn't remember his son's name for a while. I hope that they're just actually, kind of building this thing a little bit. I mean, I'm sure there's some truth to that, but hopefully Hangman actually, if he's close to being cleared, if not cleared, and they're just playing along with this. He took a scary bump on the 18th. I actually forgot, or October 18th, I actually forgot when he did. Hopefully, Hangman is going to be able to recover. And the Best Friends and Dustin are going to challenge Kip Sabian, Butcher, and The Blade, and Trent Seven for an 8-man tag. Danhausen is also there. So, Sky Blue and Britt, Moxley and Sammy. I'm trying to do this from memory. To hell with it. Ricky Starks and MJF make their entrances. Big fight field. Winner takes all match for the Dynamite Diamond Ring, easy for me to say, and the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Starks and MJF. And you know what? They didn't give this a lot of time. I actually was thinking they might give this about 25 minutes. This got 15? I'm not upset that it didn't go 30. I just feel for the amount of hype they put up with this, they really, really should have. They should have given us more. I'm not saying that the women didn't deserve to be featured. It just feels like things were clicking along for the most part. It feels like they just didn't give this enough time. They should have had an overrun. Nevertheless, Starks gets an early flurry. They do some early showing up, and then we get a buckle bump where Starks sells his ribs. They had been hurt for a while. MJF targets them. We get a corner spot at one point where Ricky hits his head, and the crowd really wanted Ricky to win. And there were a few close near falls. There was some good stuff here. Back and forth, he did his spear, but couldn't make the cover until it was too late, so there was a 2 count. And then we get a Salt of the Earth out of the Roche. We get Salt of the Earth out of that thing, and MJF grabs every limb, but Ricky manages to get his other leg up and just gets it on the ropes. So that's a big pop there. And then Rochambeau got countered. The referee got put out of position by MJF, and low blow, roll up 1, 2, 3. And there you go. MJF wins. He had to cheat to beat Ricky. So that's at least a little bit of an out. We could revisit this at some point because MJF's really smart. He's walking up the ramp. He's gloating. And then suddenly Bryan Danielson's music hits. And he's looking, and MJF starts, and then runs. And they actually mistimed it a little bit because he was running full bore. They actually had to have it where he busts through the barricade and gets over and runs up the steps. And what we're going to get is on January 4th in Seattle, near Aberdeen, Washington. If you want to bother driving to Aberdeen, Aberdeen fucking sucks. Let me just say that right now. Sorry if you're from Aberdeen, but it sucks. Marysville sucks as well. Anyway, the whole point is we're going to get Bryan Danielson versus MJF in Seattle, and then MJF is going to cheat. He's going to beat Bryan Danielson in his hometown, and the crowd's going to boo. And I'm going to love it because I love both guys, but it's going to be great. If they don't do it in Seattle, it's going to be a crime. They only got a few weeks to do it, but they can do it. Agree, disagree with what I said? Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Recklin. I'll see you soon.